Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave him a pretty good pop, too, and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen completes it to Davis. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 3rd and 4 now. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The Ravens hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Play action. It's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Boyle here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Bills, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape.
And I think the ball's out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll run with Dobbins. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll look to run with Edwards. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, 25 to the mic. We'll go 25 to the mic. Hey.
Jackson now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. James Crochet from a yard out. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. It's complete to Diggs. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Working with a 2nd and 3. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Open man, complete downfield to Davis. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Singletary is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Singletary again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. They find some open field here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 22 and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson flush to his right. The 20. 5, and in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 44, Jackson flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
Well, you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's into the hands of Prochet. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On play action, Allen. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard. That deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
It's Jackson again on the reception. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get... And, oh, he coughed it up! And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They run here with Singletary. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Again, it'll be Singletary. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Allen will try to throw for it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by David Ojabo. He's at the 50. Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2. And instead it gets picked off
And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll roll him out right. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially they'll say it's going to go for 19. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's a diving catch right side. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
Partner, I know that bounces are supposed to equal out over the course of a game, but not so far in this one.
Now this afternoon, the bounces are there, so the scoreboard also there.
Totally reflects it. They've got a big advantage. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic.